Darlene Dar Chocolate Brown Sutherland has been my friend for many, many years. I mark our friendship. I can't remember when we first met, but I do know that my children, who are now in their 30s, were really young. I'm pretty certain my son was about 4, and my girls, I'm sure, were 6 and 8, or maybe they were younger. But I do know that she was a good friend. She loved the Lord, and that reflected in her walk and in her faithfulness to you. She loved children. She loved the youth ministry. She was hilarious. She was a wordsmith, a sociologist, a politician, a Biblehead, well-read, an outright genius. I don't think she's ever gotten the opportunity to really share every gift that she was capable of. I know she hasn't. And it just saddens me that we are going to miss out on the opportunity for her to continue to express that gift amongst us.
What is the thing that Darlene Sutherland taught me? One of the things that she taught me, because there were many lessons that she taught me and many things she taught me, but one of the biggest things was to believe in youth. As I started to get into youth ministry, I was a youth worker with her. She was a youth worker way before I was a youth worker. But we had a heart-to-heart one day, and she said, you know, Rita, we need to believe in our youth.
When I think about Darlene and the examples that she left, I just think about just the spirit of serving, right? The spirit of serving others, especially children and teenagers more so, which are the people that a lot of people don't even want to deal with, to be honest. Totally mourning her, but I'm so grateful she's with the Lord. You know, that gives me peace at the end of the day. And I'm grateful that we're even taking the time to remember her. And, you know, I love you, Darlene. I hope that you're hearing this. And I'm super grateful for who you were in my life and who you were to all of it.
To be as concise as possible, Darlene has showed me an incredible amount of unconditional love. She loved me at a time where I didn't even love myself. So, and it was at the same time, I gave her a hard time. And in the midst of that, she showed me so much love. I'd be all day trying to talk about the many conversations we had ever since, I was a child up until now. And I'm going to miss her deeply.
Darlene was a perfect fit for the youth ministry, and she executed everything that we learned to be youth workers exemplary, such as engaging the youth, getting involved in their life, supporting them, encouraging them, challenging them, and most of all, sharing Christ with them.
What can I say about Miss Darlene? She wasn't Miss Darlene, she was Aunt Darlene. Over the years, I was a busy child, and I can say she would tell me, and I'm going to miss her saying this, go sit down somewhere. We are nowhere at the same time. I miss her hugs. I miss her talks. I miss how she stood for, youth, and how she just loved on everyone, especially those who were just a little bit more challenging, in the behavior department. She would love on you, period. All kids were her kids.
What to say about Miss Darlene? Well, truly a woman who gave life to others by the words she spoke, her presence. I'm reminded of a story in the Bible of a young man named Eutychus who was present at a revival, and he sat in a window and fell, to his death. And Paul embraced the body of the man and said, "Don't be alarmed. The life is still in him." So she was a person who embraced you and would declare to you and advocate on your behalf about the life, the dignity that was in you. And that was something that for me, was personally important.
Back before I was a pastor or a minister or anything, we served on the youth ministry together in the House of Faith, which is the best house at Christian Stronghold. Go Faith. I just want to make sure I threw that out there. And it was always a blessing to serve with Darlene. She always had a joy. She always had enthusiasm. She always had an attitude to serve our young people. One of the things she's always say to me during that time is whatever, if I was about to teach a class or whatever, she would say, be nice, be nice. I don't know reason why she had to say that. I mean, I guess she assumed I was going to say something sarcastic or out of pocket or something like that. I don't know where she would get that idea from.
Acts 2:36 tells of a Cypriot Levite named Joseph, who was called Barnabas, which means son of encouragement, by the other apostles. That is, they renamed him based on how he lived. Darlene Sutherland's lifestyle was to provide continued encouragement for whomever she encountered. She built up each member of my family individually, using kind words to refresh them like cool water on a hot day. She was unwaveringly positive despite enduring personal difficulties. She worshiped God without inhibitions. She truly lived out Hebrews 10:23-25, which says, "Let us hold fast the confessions of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. Let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near." Some folks say that we will get a new name in heaven. If so, in my opinion, Darlene's heavenly name should be the daughter of godly encouragement.
Mm-hmm. Amen, amen. And it's so true. And as a youth worker working with Darlene, like Earl said, really, I feel like she personified encourage one another and build each other up. So we say not goodbye to Darlene, but we say, see you in heaven. We loved her, and we were blessed by who she was and how she was.
I'm giving this video out to share a tribute to my dear sister, Darlene Sutherland. We worked a long, long time in youth ministry for many years, and she was both three things I would say about her. She was a consummate youth worker, meaning she was very relational with the youth. She had a great relationship with them. She was, in some cases, a second spiritual mom to many of them, and gave them. She had the gift of wisdom. Would be disciplined with them, as well as giving them spiritual guidance, and also taught them how to have fun and their relationship with the Lord.
Faith Squad 1, every year that I was at the youth retreats, and of course a lot of that was because of her enthusiasm and also just her playful spirit. I think for an adult to have met young people where they were and help to build our own confidence in our own spiritual tools, that's such a powerful thing. And I think the other powerful thing that speaks as a testament to her life is the fact that we all now come together recognizing and feeling that there was a special love, a unique love that Darlene Brown had for each and every one of us. And so I think that makes us kindred spirits beyond the bond that we share, having been reared in Christian Stronghold. And so I'm so very grateful for the life that she lived. My heart is broken for the fact that she has transitioned at an age that I think is way too young. And I think that says a lot about our healthcare system. We have a lot more work to do. And if that's your calling, I certainly do encourage you in that, as Darlene Brown would want. So, Aunt Darlene, I love you. I appreciate you. And on behalf of my family and my families who loved and appreciate you, Ashe, life well lived. Amen. Love you so much.